Most people have done a pretty good job with this assignment, but I did want to make a video for some folks if you still needed some additional help getting this done. So once you click on the link in Google Classroom, it's always important that you come up to the title, click on this title, and you're going to replace where it says last and first with your last name and first name. So I will use my last name Jones, first name Heath, and then the next part is really important. Hit return, and then make sure you click save. So once you do that and click on the save button, it's going to share that file with me, and then I'll be able to see it so I can grade it. So this assignment, you are going to be creating a 4-bar drum loop using the Patterns Beatmaker tool, which is right here in the center of the screen. I've already added the track. So since this is going to be 4 bars, I'm going to go ahead and come up here to the cycle bar, which if I click on the cycle bar, it turns purple. And I'm going to resize this to 4 bars. So if I put my cursor here on the right edge, click and drag to the left, I'm actually going to go ahead and take this all the way back to 2 because I'm going to start with just 1 bar. Now to get that window back at the bottom, if I come over here to this little picture of the drum on the track header, I'm going to click on that, which will pull this window up, but I'm going to switch to the Patterns button so that I get the Patterns Beatmaker grid down here below. So the first thing you want to do is just create the first bar of your drum loop. You can, I usually start with my kick drum, and I'll set a pattern up that I like. Okay, and then I'm going to go in and add a snare drum. So I'll put one there, put those there, and then I'm going to listen to it and see if I like it. Okay, and I don't really like having that extra one there, so I'm just going to click it to get rid of that and listen to it again. Okay, I like that better. Now I'm going to add a hi-hat pattern. So I'll start with something simple, just every other box. And that works pretty well, but I like to have something a little more interesting. So let me I'm going to add some boxes here and see what this sounds like. Oh yeah. Cool. Now I may go ahead and add some other sounds here. So let's see. We'll put a crash in. We'll put a crash down here at the end. Let's see what that sounds like. I like it, but it still kind of rings a little too much. Let me change this to an open hi-hat and see what that sounds like. Cool. I think I like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and actually change my preset sound just to customize this. So the presets are found in this little box just above the grid. If you click in that box, we're in our drum presets, and these are all the different drum sounds that I can choose from for my drum loop in Soundtrap. So I'm going to go ahead and press my play button to get that loop going. And while I'm listening to it, I'm going to experiment with some different sounds. I think I like that one, so I'm just going to stick with that one. Okay, so my next step, once I have this first bar created, is to copy and paste this 3 more times. So there's a couple ways to do this. One, I can click on this region to select it. I can go to Edit in my drop-down menus. Then I can copy it. Then if I move my playhead over here to bar 2, I go back to Edit and select Paste. So I've copied and pasted this region into bar 2. So I can also use my key commands. You can see over here like Command C to copy, Command V to paste. So I'll click on this and do Command C to copy, and my playhead's already here, so I can use Command V to paste. And then finally, if you're on one of the Mac computers, you can use the Option key, which is down next to the space bar. If I press the Option key and hold it down, then take my cursor, and let me zoom in a little bit just to point this out. If you put your cursor in over the region, you'll see a few things pop up. If I put the cursor over the Edit button, it turns into like a little hand. If I put it up here in the upper right hand corner, it turns into a loop. If I put it in the bottom edge, I get a double arrow. When I do this next step, I want to make sure that I have just the pointer. I don't want any of these other options to pop up. I want the pointer. So I'm going to hold my Option key, click, drag it over to 4, and drop it. So now I've got 4 bars, and I'm going to resize my cycle bar. And all I did was grab the edge of it, put my cursor on the right edge, and then I clicked and dragged this out to 5 to give me 4 bars. Okay, now the last step is I want to come down here to bar 4, and I want to make some changes just to break up all of this repetition. So if I double click on the region, it brings the grid back up. Then I'm going to scroll over so I can get to bar 4. And over here, I'm going to go ahead and add some more instrument sounds. Let's see, we're going to add 3 more. I'm going to make this one a, let's see, high tom. I'm going to make this one a mid tom, and let's make this one a low tom. Then I'm going to delete what I have here so far, and I'm going to come over and add some these toms to see what I get here, and maybe snare drum. So let me see what this sounds like. Okay, I kind of like that rhythm, but I don't really like the sounds. So I'm going to come back and see what other options I might have. Let me try this high tom. Instead of number 2, I'm going to do just the regular. And we'll do low tom here, and then I can delete these extras. So let me check this out. Okay, cool. And so with that, I'm going to click Save to save my work, and I'm done. So just to go over the points again, bars 1, 2, and 3 are identical. Bar 4, I've made some changes. I also went in and added some additional sounds, and I came into the presets and I chose a different preset than the default. If you have all 4 of those steps covered, that should result in a grade of a 100 on this assignment. Hope this video helps, and I look forward to hearing your beats.